Vicky here with you, and I'm here for the using your stash cards and your scraps in your stash. So I pulled out a bunch of little scraps. I've pulled out my painty papers that I've made. I don't know in which order these videos are going to air, so if you haven't seen them, they were made on some calendar. And I thought I'm really into making postcards for friends, and I'm even thinking I should make some sets for my Etsy store. So I want to use the painty papers that I've made, and I've pulled out a bunch of different pages from encyclopedia that I thought were going to be really fun. And this is an old encyclopedia dating from 1955, and basically there's a bunch of stuff in there that is not necessarily for me, because it's more war stuff and stuff like that, but there's a bunch of other images that are good. The encyclopedia had some water damage on some of the papers, like you can see here. So basically, and it's very brittle, but it's perfect for this type of thing. So I'm very excited to use this. So let's get going. I'm putting my clock. I've got a glass of wine. It's that time of the day, and I just want to relax and enjoy this with you guys. So I'm thinking maybe I should combine both tape as well as some glue stick, just because I really want the paper to stick to this. And it's just been really fun using, you know, leftover stuff or the calendar pages. We have a bunch of calendars at work, and that we put on our walls, and everybody keeps their pages for me, and I just love that, because, you know, I get to recycle items that otherwise would go in the garbage, and that is just fantastic to me. So here we go, and then just cut around this and around here. I'm trying not to cut too short, but just enough. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I think it makes a really sweet background, and to send to friends and things. I just think it's super pretty. So I'm really getting a big use of my my stamp, my postcard stamp, something that I had not used in a while. And I still have a lot of cards. I need my recycling bin now. I still have a lot of cards that I can send with Etsy orders and stuff as thank you. So I'm not in need of cards so much, but I really love the idea of postcards. I don't know why. It's just, I just love it. So now I'm gonna just use the this is the Distress Ink Black Soot. So just go around the edges with it, just to finish it off, because I just love finishing off edges. I just, you know, I don't know. If edges are not finished, I just find that something's missing. And I should probably have done that after I finish my card. Oh well. I'll do so for the next one. Okay, so that's all done. I can't tell you guys how much I just adore how this turned out. Okay, so my first, let's just do them in order, I guess. So my first one is this, and so I'm just gonna cut off I think I'm gonna keep this. I'll do flowers do their work, because that could be cute on this. Okay, so think that is super pretty. And of course it's not going to be straight, but nothing that I do is ever straight, so oh well. I'll do flowers do their work. I'm not gonna do I want to do parts of the flowers? Okay, I think I'm gonna put the full phrase. I wasn't quite sure, but I think I'm gonna put the full phrase. But before I cut it off, I'm gonna decide, and these I can use in other makes, so of course I'm keeping them. And yeah, that's what happens. I end up with more scraps. Oh well. So I want to do some layering. I don't want to just, maybe I can use some of the page here as a background. This way I'm not just making extras. And I'm thinking that if I edge this, it would be even better. I'm just going to do that. And I want really these postcards to be, for us to be able to actually mail them if you want. So in my case, most of the time I include them in other items, but they could still be mailed out. I've mailed out a bunch and it works fine. So, but they could also be used as decoration in books and such, like journal. Okay, so put that on the slant because I'm not about being straight. And I don't remember how, oh yeah, I printed some graphic fairy items on here, and I ended up having a bunch of scraps. And this one too. Just makes more interest, I guess. Sorry if I'm still coughing. We were still doing the renos, and there's a lot of dust in the house, and that's really not helping my cough. So yeah. So like this. I really love this. I think it's so pretty. And then just edge this a bit. It's probably easier to edge the full thing, and then I'm gonna have to edge obviously where I cut. So I'll do how flowers do. Wait. Their work of making seeds. Isn't that pretty? I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I'm in love with this. I just think it's just perfect. And this is totally homemade. And yeah, it takes a while because obviously, I mean, the painty paper, I don't know how long they took. I forget. I don't necessarily count. It's between 15 and 30 minutes, I guess. And then there's the choosing of the images and stuff. And this is why I when I sell my stuff, I try to not sell it too cheap, because obviously it takes a time. But I tend to forget, because I don't know, because it's strange, because when I buy stuff from crafters, I totally get how long it takes and I'm willing to pay it. But when I sell my work, I'm just feeling bad about it. So hoping you guys can really see. So this is the first one I brought. That's the thing, if I bring you down too close, my camera is not picking up my work. I'm gonna have to remember to try to stay within this. Okay, so this is the first one, and I really love how it turned out. So let's put that one aside, and let's do the same thing with this one. And I put my gun first because I don't want to hook up my tape, and I'm not sure how the tape would stick if I did the reverse. It might, but I'm not sure. So I'm not gonna take the chance. I want to go all the way to the edges. And I'm going to put this aside before I put my fingers in it before, because that's typically something I would do. And this gets messy, so baby wipe is nice. Okay, so let's use up again the same one we did last time. And because you put the glue with the tape, it gives you some time to some wiggle room. Whereas if you just put the tape, you have no wiggle room. If you mess up, you mess up and that's it. So I appreciate having that extra little bit of time. And this part here after can be used as a border. It's kind of fun. Okay, so here there's a little edge that I didn't quite cover, so I'm gonna just remove that. Okay, so we've got the second one, the base down. The second page has beautiful birds. I'm not sure which one I want to use. This has a cute little phrase. It says the Phoebe is a friendly little bird which prefers to nest near human neighbors. So I think that's kind of cute, so I'm going to keep that little phrase with it. The other ones wasn't as nice, so I'm not keeping them. And the contrast either. Even these would be pretty on there, so I'm going to cut those out too. Fortunately, this one, the way the page got cut, the little border didn't make it, so I'm just gonna cut all around. Just a bit here, here. Okay, so like that. Now I've got a few images for the next few cards. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, so I don't want all my cards to be exactly the same. But it's kind of nice if they do go together. There could be kind of a theme. And on this one, I'm going to find a sentiment from Tim Holtz or something like that to go with it. And if I use the paper, well, this way I don't create as much scraps, so that's good. Could frame the little bird this way. So I'm thinking maybe like this. So cut this off. I'm really happy using up these pieces because they were just in my stash doing nothing. So it's a good thing I'm actually using them. And I kept them because, well, they were just a nice size, but I wasn't quite sure that I would actually use them. So the fact that I'm actually using them, I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so I'm going to edge everything again because I just love edging. And there's something calming and relaxing about it. Like that. This might be a two-part because I'm looking at the time and it's already 14 minutes in and I'm only at the second one. See, that's what I mean. Like it does still take time. Like it's not it's relatively easy to do, but it still takes time to do. It's not something that takes no time at all. So that's one thing, you know, sometimes I have people at work. Had one guy once that just took one of my cards, and usually I sell them, but I kind of felt bad afterwards to tell him that I actually sell them. So I didn't say anything, but I figured never again. They take a while to make, so I just give them away. I don't mind giving them away as a gift, but I do mind giving them away to just like that for you know, like I make them for colleagues and stuff for their birthdays, because that's okay, because it's so that's very pretty. Now I need to find a sentiment for this. So I've got Big Chat here. I want to use Big Chat or something else. Maybe I think I prefer Small Talk. Maybe. Actually, I saw a word that would be nice on there. It's delightful. Where was it? Oh my god, I can't find it anymore. Oh, it's on the first page. Delightful. So I'm thinking that would be pretty. And I could use, maybe I should use one of these. I'm just gonna add some extra glue just in case. Just in case. And then trim this off. try to make a straight line. Kind of. And just edge all of that. Okay. And I'm using my words. Yay! Here we go. So this is the second one. Oh, no, actually it's not. See, that's what happens when I don't do it initially. I forget about it. And it really does make such a big difference. And here we go. So second one done. I really love it. Put that one aside. And let's get to the third one. And of course I'm using as my base my cereal box. Those are my best friends. I really love them. They're just perfect. Perfect for making stuff like this, and you're recycling again. Like I said, this is, I really love when I can reuse stuff. Really love that. Okay. So, try to put that on straight. This is pretty cool. So I've made 3 cards out of one of those calendar page. So not bad. And because I made all the calendar page at the same time, all 3 of them, they're similar, so they can make great sets of cards. All right. Okay, so, and this, of course, I'm going to keep and make some borders out of it. Can't throw away painty papers. Okay, so we've got this little birdie. Okay, so this. So that can be kind of cute. It'd be different. It would be a different shape. And I'm using 2 of them. So yeah, I'm really trying to use up all those little pieces. I will get through them, guys. I was watching Nikki from Smurfy, and she's got a number after her name. I don't remember the number though. And she was sharing how she was using her scraps to make the cover of an album. And she mentioned how, you know, scraps multiply, and they really do. I think they multiply when they're in their in the bin where I place them. comes so like this, and then I'm gonna put that one like right there. This, and then I'm not sure the black is going to show. Oh, it does a bit. At least it removes the white from the cutting of the paper. Am I in frame? I get excited about making stuff and then I forget to check, because somebody asked that I bring you closer, and not a problem, but I just have to remember to check that you're still in frame. Okay, so here we go. And now it's a question of deciding the word and such, but before I do that, I'll just edge all around before closing off my my ink, before making a mess. Where's it? Okay, and then I think there's two birdies, so thinking I could put friends fly, and put a little bit more of this, friends, and fly. As you can see, I haven't been using those Tim Holtz stickers. I've been ordering them. So it's kind of nice to actually finally use them. So here it is. I think it's super pretty again. Okay, so up to the next one. And we won't have time to complete this card before it rings. But I'd like to make at least 4. This is strange because I've prepared the back and everything, and these are taking longer to make than some of the other ones I've made. I usually am able to make 4 easily within 30 minutes, so I don't know what happened now. I don't know if it's the finding of the words that's taking longer. I've got no clue. I thought this was going to be an easy process, so well, like I said, it still takes some time, but I've figured I would be able to make more. I guess I thought I was better than I actually am. Okay, so here we go. He's just so cute. He's precious. Thinking I like this, and maybe I can put the word here. Maybe that would make sense. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Yeeps. And it's about to ring. So this will be a two-part series because I've got all this stuff pulled out. And I want to make more. So I hope that you liked this, because if you didn't, well, you're not going to like next week's video. This, obviously, we're making postcards this time, but as I've mentioned before, this could be the top of a card just as well, right? So you could be using books like this, and this is an encyclopedia, so they're fairly easy to find. Because I know some people have trouble finding nice books with pictures, but think of your dictionary pages and think of your encyclopedias. There's a lot of wonderful images in there, especially if you're looking at the older versions. The pictures fit more, you know, they look more vintagey. And I love that I've used the paper so that I'm not stuck with a bunch more of big book pages. Okay, so just need to find the little sentiment to go with this, and this time I'm going to go find a phrase. And my hands are making this dirty. I think because it has the little nest, I'm liking this phrase. You are capable of becoming more than you realize. Because basically in his little nest there would be little birdies, and the little birdies could become more. So what about, how do I put this? So I'm edging crazy now. So yeah, it's little kids gonna be flying off the nest, which is pretty incredible when you think about it. And pretty much like our kids when they leave home. You know, when they're born, you think It's incredible. And as you see them grow, it's like, wow, they become little adults. And you do so much. I'm gonna do both. It's gonna be easier to cut through them, even though they're not gonna be the same size. I can trim the edge of the other one, so like that. Like this. I really love how that one turned out. I just think it's super pretty. So, uh-oh, we're at the end of my tape. Am I at the end of the tape? I think I'm at the end of the tape, so I have to change this before I do the next video. Oh, so cute. I hope I'm not the only one thinking it's cute. I really love those backgrounds for this. Of course, I chose the pictures to go with the backgrounds that I had created. That kind of helps. Okay, so that's the last one. So I've got 4 of them. And they're all kind of different, but they all kind of go together. And I love how they are. So I hope you like it too, and if you do, please do give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave comments down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. All of that stuff, as many other YouTubers say, it really does help my channel. It makes it grow, and it helps me to and encourage me to make more videos, right, for you guys. So I really appreciate the time that you take to do that. Bye everyone.